First one is not identifying your audience. So you need to understand the demographics of your audience. For instance, I teach college students and they are primarily like 18 to 23 years old. And so they're on Instagram a lot. So it would make sense if I'm trying to reach them to use a platform such as Instagram. However, they aren't necessarily on Facebook. They kind of consider that for older generations. So depending on your company, you really need to do the research to find out where your audience is. A good site to use that's free and has really good information is Pew Research, and you can find all different kinds of information there about demographics and also about just platforms that people are using and other media information.
And then next you have surveys?
Yeah, just good old-fashioned surveys. I mean, there's different products out there to do surveys such as like Qualtrics or SurveyMonkey and those types of things. Just sometimes good old-fashioned like a focus group, just sitting down and talking with people and asking them, what are you using now? What works for you? What doesn't work for you? Just, having that one-on-one conversation sometimes is beneficial.
Just ask your customers where they like to be.
Exactly.
Yes. So like Pinterest. Pinterest is a very niche social media.
It is a very niche social media. I think sometimes it's overlooked. It is 80% female audience, so it would make sense if you're a fashion company, or a lot of people go on there for recipes and foods. So if you're selling, different types of foods, that would make sense. But I think, Pinterest is one of those ones, like I said, overlooked, but they have analytics there, so you can kind of see, are your boards working? My students are working with a client of mine for class, and she sells earrings. In fact, these ones I have on. And Pinterest would make sense for her because she's a small company starting out, and putting a board out there with all the different products that they sell would be beneficial because they're primarily selling to women.
Yeah. So you can actually go online and see stats of each one. Here, we're going to show the Instagram stats here. So if we look at this, like if you're over 50, what is it, like 31% are actually on Instagram. It's very, what is it? We got 13 to 29, maybe 65% or so. So that's so if you're trying to get to that middle America, or the people have the money, Instagram might not be your means.
It just depends. I mean, I have students in that demographic that they like to shop and they like fashion. So it just depends. If $500 jeans, maybe not, but something under $50. The Gaps of the world. That might make sense.
That might make sense for them.
And what too with Instagram, if you have so many followers, I think it's like 10,000. Don't quote me, but they have a feature where you can swipe up and then you can purchase those. So if you see them on an ad or something like that, like they have that all built in. And so I think a lot of these platforms are moving towards that way, kind of like really quickly grabbing the consumer and saying, oh, you're interested in our product, just swipe up and you can easily add it to the cart and buy, and it's just really fast.
Oh,
so
wow.
we are moving in that direction.
It's very convenient.
Mm-hmm.
All right.